Hello and welcome to the podcast from Stress to Success Blueprint. I'm your host, Lolita Guarin, and today we continue conversation about expressing your emotions, especially the negative ones, and how to do it right and not to get too hurt and not to hurt other people, and overall just how to do it in a more healthier way. Because I think a lot of us not being taught how to process emotions, and that's obviously very important because if you do not express your emotions, the body keeps the score and then you get physically ill. So let's not do that, shall we? So, thank you so much for coming in here and listening to my videos. Thank you for subscribing. If you have not already, please do so. Um, so a lot of my clients and myself and some friends, I realized that many times that when we are upset and we have those negative emotions kind of come up, for those who you know, thinking, now I know I need to express my emotions. I need to do something with those emotions. Have a tendency of over explaining the emotions, giving way too many details, or continue going on and on and on and on about the same thing. And like I said in the previous episode, it's very important for you to communicate your emotions in the right way and say, whatever you said, whatever you did, that this is how it made me feel, right? So I highly recommend you to go check out the previous episode. Then you will know what I'm talking about. But I am talking about when you're already in that place, when you're expressing your feelings. Some of us have tendency of over explaining too long. And so what is that you do? You already should have a plan, or at least tell yourself that you're not going to talk more than whatever, as long as you're talking to. But let's say, just try to make it more concise into one paragraph and explaining yourself how you feel. Now, if the other person is capable of hearing you out more, and this is more becomes like a venting session, um, that's a very different conversation when, let's say, you are in conflict with someone and they triggered you, and you like, okay, well, and that's not the time for you to go on and on and on and on because the other person is already very highly triggered itself. So they will not be there for listening for the whole of your 30 minutes monologue. It is not possible. It also has to go both ways. So if you are in a situation where you tell a friend and you say, hey, this has upset me and I want to express my emotions, my feelings, and I want to, do this. Can you hear me out? That is very different. Okay. And that is the second step, is to create yourself um safe space, and where you find someone to tell them and do all this process. But then you have to also tell them in the beginning that um I am still working through this. I need to vent. I wonder what your opinion about this, and would that be okay if I'll use the sounding board, and you help me to work through this. So when you're talking with somebody who is there for you to vent, a therapist, a coach, whatever that is, great. Great friend of yours, you can talk as much as you want. But when you're in a situation when there is already conflict, the other person will not have that time, as I said. So try to be concise. 1, 2, 3 sentences. And you just can, the more the focus you will be, the better you'll get. So if somebody says something and they triggered, and you're feeling like it's upsetting, or maybe something even happened that is not to do with that person right in front of you, but something happened in your environment and that made you feel, then you just can explain yourself in a few sentences and say, this is what happened, this is how it makes me feel. Focus, concise, and to the point. And then the third thing that I will highly recommend is to prepare ahead. Preparing ahead is knowing your pattern. So I hope you live enough that you can start recognizing your patterns. I highly recommend you to have a diary where you're writing down, you know how you react, or looking at your stressful situations in the past, identifying what your behavior was, how you reacted, how you overreact, maybe when you're not doing something enough, how you're abandoning yourself, all of those stuff. By the way, if you need help with this, I'm here for you. Just book a session with me. Go to beamazingyou.com, and it's very simple. You can even find quite a few different sessions, 30 minutes, an hour session, that I can help you to get, clear on what is that you need to focus on and identify your old habits, and, have a plan and be your accountability partner for the new ones. So when you already know how you react, you might be even know that when you're going to meet that other person, you may already think that you know that they will trigger you. Maybe there was already some bad blood in the past that you already know that they just make your skin crawl. What do you? You prepare yourself ahead. So you tell yourself what you're going to say. You prepare yourself mentally how you're going to talk to them. You prepare yourself, you get your all stress management tools and prepares for the worst. Basically, prepare for the worst and try imagining what that person will tell you that really will trigger you. And then come up with the solution. Come up with an answer. What is going to tell them? How you're going to react? And build yourself this toolbox and then go to that conversation. I, of course, recommend you to have this toolbox. How do you react? What do you do with all your emotions and your reactions in any given situation? And carry that toolbox with you. And I can help you create that toolbox that's very personalized. But I already had an episode about this, but I may be creating another one, how to create a successful stress management toolbox in any situation. And of course, in any bigger situation that has to do with the stress and involves other people and circumstances, I highly recommend to use my calm process. And I had a class for free that I was talking about stress for 30 minutes, so the Spencer Jones community. But I am teaching a class now where I touch on every single letter every week. And if you don't know what that calm process is, then you need to go and attend that class so you will know what it is about. Of course, all of this in the description below. And also, in addition to this, by the end of this month, I'm still giving a discount. Just type in half off to get 50% off on my online membership, where I am teaching you the first month about how to find time and how we can be all stressed out but now because we do not have enough time. And every month there is a new month, new issue that we'll be tackling in. It has two of my books that you can just download it as PDF, those books that I'm actually selling online. And it also has a bonus section where I'm interviewing a bunch of amazing people. And the calm process, explain the detail with video and worksheets. So great value. All of this in the description below. And I hope I see you on my membership. If not, I hope I'll see you tomorrow on the next video.